Let's bring out couples therapy veteran and love of my life, Erin McGathy.
Life is juicy, juicy, and juicy. I'm gonna have my bite, sir.
The gang's all back.
Yeah.
I don't even have to say anything. We got so many bright, shining superstars up here. All of you bringing your own brand of rye stuff to the thing.
And then it should just be silence for 2 minutes.
Camille's story about the alcohol reminded me.
I
of
didn't
something.
try alcohol, by the way. So, Mom, if you're listening, I also did not fuck that man.
Although he did go to the bathroom 2 times at least on a 3-hour flight, so whatever.
Yeah, I was hydrating a lot because
we would be flying at an altitude of 35,000 feet.
Isn't it weird that we can poop on planes? Like you would think that they would throw that out there.
Gross.
Like, well, I mean,
I've never pooped on a plane.
You've never pooped in a plane?
No.
It's like the first thing I do.
For real?
As soon as
Is it a power thing?
I know. I don't. I just something
you,
happens
pilot.
to me.
I'm literally shitting where you work.
I don't know what it is.
Wait, for real? You really get on a plane and immediately have to take a shit?
Yeah.
Oh, because you have that weird thing where you eat and food pushes poop out of your body.
I'm like a
Play-Doh Fun Factory.
Yours is just, it's just a straight line.
Yeah, if I eat a saltine cracker, I will poop a saltine cracker's worth of poop. I know it's not the cracker, but that's the illusion that's created. It feels like I eat and then it turns into poop, and like a Polaroid camera, it comes out. It really, but it's as if I'm really proud of it. Like I think it's something that's
You're an earthworm?
My regularity is like actually
startling.
Yeah. It's in a world where there's lots of things that can go wrong with you.
You're comfortable getting at 6'4", going into a lavatory on a plane is a terrible experience because if I want to go pee on a plane.
What do you guys want to do later? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
I was telling a story, Greg. Yeah.
Scoops, do you want to drink?
Sure.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the podcast.
Can we talk about... Her name is Scoops?
Yeah.
Jeff, I have an issue with us because you hear us call each other
Scoops,
but every time, I guess I don't have an issue. I guess I like it. Every time we call each other a pet name, Dan, you've noticed this.
Yeah.
Scoops, Coops. Jeff goes, Coops? Scoops? Every time you want to have...
It's Scoops, though, right?
It's Scoops or Coobs or Shoob or Schubert
Coober.
or Tony Shalubert
or Kubrama.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's a moving target.
Nerb.
So I always feel like I thought it was Scoops, but now it's Scoobs. Like
Dan, what should our pet name be in front of Jeff?
Barack Kubrama.
All right.
That's
Settled.
awesome.
I've always like it always seems to be slightly moving, so I can't. It's like it's not just Scoobs or Scoops. It could be.
Yeah, it's always
Well,
a
Kamila and I
long.
call each other Coombs and Pooms.
You call each other Coops?
No, he calls
should,
me Coombs and I call him...
Coombs. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you? So you got derailed. Yeah, you were.
Yeah, you were saying something about...
I was actually, I felt blessed that I was derailed.
Because it's just a story about you taking a shit on a plane.
No, I thought when Camille was talking about that man offering you whiskey or whatever
I think it was whiskey.
Jesus juice.
Jesus juice. I was thinking about, my mind was, we were thinking about plane rides, and I grew up in a Navy family, so we lived in Italy for a while, and when we lived in Italy, the adults in my life were other chaplains that my dad knew, because my dad was a chaplain, which is like a preacher in the military.
I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah. And on any base, there's only one chaplain per faith, so my dad was friends with a rabbi and the others.
Oh, so...
Other.
Oh, yeah. A rabbi, a priest, and the right one walk into...
And I had
So were all your dad's stories, did they sound like jokes?
Yeah, they're always.
yeah.
2 Jews walk into a temple.
So I had a babysitter who came over twice and would play old maid with me, and he was another chaplain. But then we were telling the story, and I remember, and I've never thought of this before and never talked about it, and this does not end in weird touching, but I had a conversation. I was like 9 years old, and I was talking to him about my parents' instant coffee, and was saying, it's so strange. My parents drink this drink that doesn't taste like other drinks, and it smells strange, and it's really weird. And he gave me brandy. He was like, do you know what this is? What this thing is?
This
and like,
is a rabbi?
This was actually a priest. But like poured.
Oh, Erin, I wonder if you'll be looking over here at the joystick.
But
This is called cough syrup. It'll make the journey so gentle.
My father and I have never talked about this.
This is called man candy.
He was Chaplain Nate, and I knew that like we stopped.
Chaplain Nate was the one who tried to give you brandy.
Tried to give me brandy. He stopped babysitting for me because I told my dad that I was going to marry Chaplain Nate.
And you ended up kind of doing just that. I'm
Chaplain Nate?
Yeah, because I'm an alcoholic. It was a joke.
Yeah, I got it.
Sorry.
This story is not funny or good.
No, it's troubling.
Yeah.
So let's
I thought it was funny.
Why?
He came over. We played old maid. I sat on his
Cock.
Wow. Hollywood Squares.
I like to think that you thought
If you're gonna
I'll
pause,
take Jeff Davis to block.
Yes. If you're gonna say
Cock block.
I sat on his and then pause. Someone's gonna say something.
I think it's so funny.
No answer is good,
If you
except for shoes.
You thought that's what Old Maid was, and then 10 years later you're like, let's play Old Maid. And people are like, oh, this is not what Old Maid is.
What off of my cock?
These are the synoptic gospels.
Okay, so you were sitting on his...
Lap. I would sit on his lap and we would play old maid together, and then we would have conversation.
How old are you at this point?
Nine.
Pretty old maid. What is Old Maid? What I don't.
Really? Old maid
game.
like had
Yeah.
It had pictures instead of suits.
Yes, and the point of the game is to not end up with the old woman who's alone. It's
a positive message.
Is
for
that the
ladies,
theme
though.
of Western society or what?
there are all these face cards. There's like the barber and the veterinarian, and then there's the old maid who no one loves, and you don't want to end up with her.
Woman's only value is to give her body for reproductive purposes.
But one day
I
she'll
am the
own
sexist
57
Indian. I can get away with it. I'm vanishing.
And I know
I hate
nothing.
women.
I know nothing happened, and that doesn't make it okay. But there was a reason why I
Wait.
never saw him again.
Did you tell your dad that you sat on his lap and played Old
Yes,
Maid while
and that he was
offered
going
you
to be my
brandy?
husband someday. I don't know. I can't remember. The brandy thing is a memory that has that I.
You're not sure if
remembering.
that's real.
No, I know that's real. I know that's real.
When I was 11, I was headlining at the Fontainebleau in Miami Beach. An older man came up to me. He was Jewish, and he gave me a bottle of Mogan David. We played Kabbalah all night long.
You can play Kabbalah?
In my day.
Isn't Kabbalah that religion?
I guess it's a game to Greg.
There was a game called Kabbalah in the old days. And I'm just being a weenus now. I don't actually have a story.
I think that was a good call on Erin's dad's part. Not that
No
it's my
kidding.
job to.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
But it also seems kind of tragic because I'm also projecting onto this guy like I don't think he meant you any harm and was it
No.
like I'm just.
Yeah. Well,
I
didn't
will say
feel
I'm
like
not-
a dangerous situation.
Well, but they're...
the facts.
That's what they're
sound
good
dangerous
at.
and weird. Yeah.
They're good at making it not seem dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
want to
man.
marry him?
Sorry.
Why did you want to marry him?
Do we
someone
allow
in the
talking from
Yes,
the
yes.
hoi polloi?
It's jarring for
Someone in
the.
the audience asked why 9-year-old me wanted to marry him.
Audience.
Because he gave you attention.
Yeah.
Greg, easy, Greg.
He was a man. You know, when you're a child, you don't really
Cool.
understand what marriage is.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't really turned on by anything. I also wanted to, quote unquote, marry my dentist. I wanted to marry the mailman. I wanted to marry. There's a man who collected stray dogs outside of our house, and I was going to marry him.
I wanted to marry my mom. I told my mom I wanted to marry her. Isn't that
Was
like a
this
kid
before or after you asked if she thought you were handsome?
thing? I did that when I was like 20. Mom, am I good looking? I'm afraid to ask other
You were
people.
20 when that happened?
No, I was like probably 17.
34.
Is there a good age to ask your mom if you're hot? But I think there's a healthy. I mean, kids want to marry their opposite sex parent if they're straight. They have a right to be gay as well. God damn it. The kids go through this. By the way, congratulations, Indiana and gay rights.
Yeah.
Where was it? Indiana and Utah.
Yeah.
They just overturned the thing as unconstitutional. Good job. Gay points for me.
You just negated everything you said.
How many gay points do you currently have right now?
Someone's chair broke in the audience.
Shit.
They're weak chairs.
You probably didn't want me to call attention to that.
Godzilla? You
Those chairs
Tokyo
are
alone.
It happens all the time. Those chairs.
Yeah, these are shitty
there's some old ones in there still, and they break all the time.
Also, when my family moved from Italy to the United States, I had chickenpox, and you're not allowed to travel with chickenpox. But my parents are so sick of Italy. I have this memory of my mom. In my memory, she's beating me, but it probably wasn't her beating me. But she put makeup all over my face. Didn't tell me what was going on, but put.
Were you guys doing the bus and truck company of Godspell on the way home? Thank you. That was for me and for the Illuminati. Pedestrians, take a seat. Thank you. I know you did. You have Asperger's.
My parents, you're not allowed to take a child with chickenpox onto an international flight.
Of course you're not.
Yeah. My parents put makeup all over my 10-year-old face. And
She doesn't have chickenpox. She's a mime.
She's Elizabeth Taylor.
She's in a kabuki theater company.
She's Joan Crawford.
Yeah, she's a child pageant.
The Mikado opens in 2 nights.
She's just sexy.
I wore my mother's scarves so I could wrap them around my face. I had no idea what was going on. And my parents
If I see a little baby with a lot of makeup and scarves around their face,
Well,
I'm like,
all right!
I'd rather have a baby with chickenpox on the plane.
Yeah. So hopefully no one got sick on that flight. That's the end of the story.
So where did you guys go from Italy?
Texas.
Your parents were so bored that they went from Italy to Texas?
No, my dad was getting his master's degree at a seminary in Texas for 9 months. Boring answer.